I watched them all the time. I think I watched Indiana State and Iowa, Caitlin Clark play about the same last year, so I was watching a lot of basketball.
Like, can we get Caitlin Clark a little protection out there?
Anybody that does something flagrant to this young lady for what she's brought to the game should be suspended and fined big time.
What happens when one of basketball's greatest legends speaks out after watching one of the WNBA's brightest young stars become the center of a controversial play? That's exactly what has everyone talking. Larry Bird's reaction to Marina Mabrey's actions involving Caitlin Clark has sparked a huge debate across the basketball world. Before we get into it, ask yourself this. Have you ever seen a young superstar receive this much physical attention so early in her career? According to Bird, what happened during the Connecticut Sun game crossed a line that should never be crossed. His comments quickly became one of the biggest stories surrounding the league. Bird also explained that he understands exactly what Clark is experiencing because he lived through similar situations during his own career. Throughout the 1980s, opponents constantly tried to slow him down with physical play after struggling to stop his skill and basketball IQ. But Bird believes there is a major difference between playing tough, competitive basketball and making unnecessary plays that have nothing to do with the game itself. From his point of view, what happened to Caitlin Clark simply wasn't the kind of basketball he respects.
Oh, and Marina Mabrey's going to get ejected. Marina Mabrey kind of blindsided Clark there. Oh boy. Sheldon and Cunningham are getting into it. These two teams do not like each other.
After watching the replay of Marina Mabrey making contact with Clark while she was already dealing with the eye poke incident, Bird reportedly had a strong reaction. Coming from someone who battled against some of the toughest players in NBA history, his opinion immediately carried weight. Bird competed against players like Bill Laimbeer and Dennis Rodman, so he knows exactly what physical basketball looks like. That's why he believes there is an important difference between hard competition and actions that cross the line. What stood out to him most was the timing. Clark wasn't expecting contact, and Bird argued that true competitors challenge opponents face-to-face rather than taking advantage of moments when a player is vulnerable. He explained that the greatest players earn respect by competing through skill and determination, not by relying on unnecessary physical actions. Those observations quickly fueled even more discussion about Mabrey's decision and how situations like this should be handled by the league. Bird's criticism didn't stop with the play itself. He also questioned the reaction that followed. Instead of accepting responsibility, he believed the response shifted attention away from what actually happened. In Bird's view, the greatest competitors own their mistakes, especially when another player's safety could be involved. Throughout his career, he respected opponents who accepted accountability, even during heated rivalries. That's why he viewed this situation differently. Bird also spoke about Caitlin Clark's game, saying she reminds him of the qualities that separate truly elite players from everyone else. Her basketball IQ, long-range shooting, court vision, and ability to elevate teammates are the traits that make her special. At the same time, he expressed concern that she continues to deal with unnecessary physical attention instead of simply being allowed to compete. Bird believes the best way to challenge a player like Clark is by matching her talent and effort on the court, not by turning the game into something else. Those comments have only added to the growing conversation about how the league protects its biggest stars and what kind of basketball fans deserve to see. Bird also made another point that many people found especially important. In his opinion, Caitlin Clark is dealing with more pressure at 22 years old than many professional players experience during their entire careers. She isn't only expected to perform every night, she's also carrying the spotlight that comes with being one of the biggest names in women's basketball. Bird believes that responsibility alone is difficult, but handling it while facing constant physical attention makes her situation even more remarkable. He also warned that if the league allows these kinds of incidents to continue without meaningful consequences, it creates the wrong environment for everyone. Instead of encouraging players to improve their skills, it risks rewarding unnecessary physical play. Bird argued that young athletes should be watching the WNBA to learn about talent, teamwork, discipline, and respect for the game, not how to gain attention through controversial actions. At the same time, he expressed confidence in Clark's future, saying challenges like these often build stronger competitors. From his perspective, every obstacle she faces will only strengthen her confidence and determination to succeed through her basketball ability rather than distractions away from the game. He even compared the experience to the physical challenges he faced early in his own NBA career, while noting that Clark is doing it under a level of public attention few athletes have ever experienced. What makes Bird's comments stand out is that they go beyond supporting one player. He believes the conversation is really about protecting the game itself. In his view, Caitlin Clark represents the qualities that have always made basketball exciting to watch: elite skill, court vision, leadership, and the ability to inspire fans. He also believes the league now faces an important decision about the direction it wants to take. It can focus on highlighting its biggest stars and creating an environment where great players thrive, or it can allow unnecessary controversies to overshadow the sport. Bird's message was simple. The future success of the league depends on making the right choices moving forward. Now the question becomes whether league officials will take concerns like these seriously or continue handling these situations the same way they always have. What do you think? Do you agree with Larry Bird's perspective on how Caitlin Clark has been treated, or do you see the situation differently? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest basketball stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. As the conversation continued, Bird made one final point that many longtime basketball fans found impossible to ignore. He said every great league eventually reaches a moment where it has to decide whether it will truly protect the players who are driving its growth. According to him, history has already shown what happens when superstar talent is not valued properly. Fans don't just watch uniforms or logos. They follow players who inspire them, and right now millions of people are tuning in because they want to watch Caitlin Clark. Bird explained that when those fans repeatedly see controversial hits, inconsistent officiating, and endless debates instead of great basketball, it doesn't just hurt one player. It hurts the league's credibility. In his view, protecting star players isn't giving them special treatment. It's protecting the product that everyone came to watch. Bird also talked about something that statistics can't measure: confidence. He believes Clark has continued to play with remarkable confidence despite everything surrounding her. Every time she's knocked down, she gets back up. Every time critics question her, she answers with another big performance. Bird said that mentality separates great players from legendary ones. Anyone can perform when everything is going well, but only special athletes continue producing under constant pressure. That's why he believes Clark's biggest accomplishments may still be ahead of her. The challenges she's facing today could become the very reason she develops into one of the greatest players the sport has ever seen. The discussion then shifted toward the rest of the WNBA. Bird emphasized that this isn't a story about one player against another. It's about creating the right competitive environment for everyone. When officials maintain control of games and enforce the rules consistently, every player benefits. Stars can showcase their talent, role players can compete fairly, and fans get the exciting basketball they paid to see. But when controversial plays dominate headlines week after week, the focus moves away from the sport itself. Instead of talking about incredible performances, people spend days debating officiating decisions and unnecessary incidents. Bird believes that's a problem the league cannot afford to ignore as women's basketball continues growing. Another point Bird raised was the responsibility of veteran players. During his career, he competed against some of the toughest opponents basketball has ever seen, but he also learned valuable lessons from experienced veterans who understood how to compete without losing respect for the game. He believes today's veterans have the same responsibility. They should challenge young stars by playing smarter, defending harder, and raising the overall level of competition, not by creating unnecessary controversy. According to Bird, great rivalries are remembered because of incredible basketball, not because of moments that overshadow the game itself. Bird also predicted that Caitlin Clark's popularity will continue growing regardless of the criticism surrounding her. He pointed out that the biggest stars in sports often face the most resistance early in their careers because success naturally attracts attention. But over time, talent usually wins. If Clark continues improving, developing her game, and leading her team, the conversation will eventually shift away from controversy and back to basketball. Bird believes that's exactly where the focus belongs. Great players earn respect through consistency, and he expects Clark to keep proving herself every season. As the interview came to a close, Bird left fans with one final message. He said the WNBA has a tremendous opportunity in front of it. The league has talented veterans, exciting young stars, growing television audiences, and more attention than ever before. But with that opportunity comes responsibility. Every decision made by officials, coaches, and league leadership will shape how fans view the game for years to come. Bird believes the smartest path forward is simple: protect the integrity of the sport, allow the best players to showcase their talent, and let basketball remain the center of every conversation. If that happens, the future of the WNBA could be brighter than anyone imagined. If not, the league risks allowing avoidable controversies to overshadow one of the fastest growing sports in the world. Thanks for watching, and let us know your opinion in the comments. Do you agree with Larry Bird's perspective, or do you think the situation has been overblown? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.